Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we are playing from the depths alone, it looks like, but we're going to be testing out a few new ships and building some new ships as well, from scratch mainly. Hello, I'm playing from the depths. I'm testing out some new stuff for the campaign that we're doing on From the Depths.
Oh.
Yes. Today was going to be the From the Depths stream, but I fucking had an overnight, so I got fucking out extra sleepy and shit. Anyway, so yeah, I'm building some new ships on From the Depths. We do have some things to go through, like my attempt at a sub-interceptor.
Gents.
Hello.
Hello.
I am currently building shit on From the Depths.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, I have built a few things.
You
See,
have
I've
you?
built a few new things that are all designed with the idea in mind of simply, hey, these things are cheap. That's what they're designed to be, just cheap, effective ships that are mainly used for ship-to-ship combat. For example, we'll put one horror against this. I'll just show you what I mean by it's not the worst thing in the world. It has side-mounted torpedo launchers that can go up and down for anti-submarine warfare. It has missiles/torpedoes. So it can engage both ships and non-ship vehicles. It has a fairly effective weapon system, as you might be able to guess, with rapid fire which are 179mm rapid fire guns with 2 of the It has 2 turrets of that, and as I mentioned, the torpedo things, which are going to be very useful. Dealing with most things, I would say, considering how effective it is at already basically destroying the whole world. But this thing is mainly designed as a cheap and effective thing. What was that, Lonely? I see you're there. Actually, Lonely, if you want, Lonely, you can hop on and I can save it on my end, and then we can go from there if you want. I can just start making progress on shit by building a bunch of these things. If you can get on to just give me the save or not. If not, it's fine. I'm just doing like a building thing today anyway. If you want to, you don't have to, but that's fair. But yeah, I'm working on some new ship designs that are based off of this specific hull type, which is my new interceptor type. So I'm basically building stuff based on that stuff. It already tears apart the horror at least, which is good. But anyway, this is one of the things I have. I have more. I do have another version of it where it is has the same tubes, but now they can rotate up and to the sides and down. So it's similar concept, literally the exact same ship, just with different torpedo setup. So if I pull this out of play and then scrap this, because we've already seen that ship, so we don't have to worry about it again. But yeah, it's fairly well armored. It has a good fucking setup for everything, so it does work. But if we also then go... Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now as well. I'm going to also turn down my graphics a little bit. I don't really need GPU Ocean for what I'm doing. So yeah, the so this is the basic hull. The basic hull for this type of ship that I'm building is only 80,000 materials. There's the base interceptor one, which does have the torpedo launchers, and then there is this. Yeah, go for it, go for it. So this ship has... I'll show you around this ship a little bit for those in chat. It has a 1200 millimeter cram cannon, which ironically enough is a little bit exposed that I'm going to actually fix right now while I have the opportunity to. By just putting that there, that there, that there, and that there, and... So jaunts mode, and this will be the mini cram, I believe, yes. So yeah. So this has a main cram cannon at the front, which is a 1200 millimeter cram cannon, with dual 89 millimeter cannons on the secondary turret. On both the front and the back has the rapid fire 179, and then in the middle it has a small missile setup here. So, for example, what I'll do is I will set what's the other thing we've been worried about? Oh wait, Steel Striders was the other one, wasn't it? I'll put this up against something similar of size. Probably... I might want to fucking actually save this as well. Save over a base interceptor 2. That's 124k. So let's spawn... This thing is similar in size enough. Oh, nice. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So yeah, there is a couple of design flaws that I have with this ship that I did want to try to iron out. Mainly that the side armor is weak to hit with L itself. And what I mean by that is, well, after this thin layer of side armor, there's basically nothing protecting the internals. But yes, the good thing about this design, the design here, is that mainly it is designed as something that can just take hits and dish out a bit of damage back. It does have stuff to also rebuild on the inside. Nice. Did they seriously kill the AI of this thing? Probably, honestly. I'll just restart the designer. But yeah, we're going to be building off of this hull. And I'm actually going to do a couple things here to make this hull a little bit better to start with. Because I've been noticing my repair bots are getting fucking taken out very quickly in this thing. So we're going to basically have a lot of stuff on the inside get filled up with repair bots. These are cheaper. The ones I'm making right now are functionally cheaper than what you've probably made so far. But I'm also making sure that they don't just instantly fucking go kaput. I'd rather them not just instantly explode and shit.
Aw, but that's fun. Instant explosion, go for
Not
boom.
really. Alright, there we go. Save the vehicle as the base hull. The base hull now is 93,000 resources, which is fine, honestly. And now what I'll do is... I will give this thing... This as its main battery on this. I'll put the main battery right about, I want to say, right about here. I'll go with Subjaunt and go with... Yeah, what I'm trying to do is basically just build something that... Actually, I'm just going to build a whole new fucking turret design, honestly, because fuck it. Might as well build it brand new, because, like, I'm going to go creative with this design. So let me go Subjaunts. Let's go just a basic 3. Subjaunts. Let's go with a 9x9 turret design. We're gonna make it a cram cannon a little bit, and we're gonna have 2 advanced cannons with this cram cannon, so it's gonna be a very slim cram cannon with not much going on with her. I'll make this a triple-decker cram, though. And give this thing a firing... What I'll do, actually, is go here, here. We'll remove that firing piece here. And then I'll start putting in my Packers.
Hello.
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 I'm playing from the depths, building ships for mine and Lonely's campaign. I'm having pain.
I can see that. That game took like at least 3 months of my life away from me.
Hardener pellets. I'll go with that, that, that. And then I'll go these. Pack 250. Go with high explosives here. And then here, like this. And then what I'll do is for the back ones here, 1, 2, 3. 325 packed, that's what I want.
No, I
no.
hope you'll have fun.
Yeah, I'm not. It's more along the lines like me and Lonely have a campaign that we're doing on From the Depths with like Katusha and all that. It's certainly a fun time.
From experience, that game is only fun when you're not doing anything but building.
1,300 mils is perfect for what I'm building this thing
Alright,
for.
I'll see y'all.
Have a good one,
Yup.
man.
Have fun with the stream.
I will. This is basically just me building ships for the next From the Depth stream, pretty much.
Alright.
And Lake gets to hear me mentally die as I do this. Yippee for Lake, right?
Yes. Yeah, I'm just here. I'm just here. I don't have friends. So I'm just here.
Damn. Let me then me get metal, and metal. You can just watch the stream too. Like you can see the shenanigans.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
building.
I'm also just playing Roblox.
Damn. Let's go with.
Playing Car Crushers too.
That.
The goated game.
And then. That and that, and then I just get ammo of 2s. Just gonna keep on a building.
Nice.
Why do we keep on a building? Because keeping on a building is always a good idea. Keep on a building and you're gonna be fucking fine. Your ship totally won't turn out like a damn tangerine or some shit.
Right?
Okay, so that's dual 179s. I'll give them a elevation. But then I'm gonna go into my APS. And I'm gonna double the barrels to give it dual 89s instead, which will be better. For this specific ship. And then what I'll do is I'll then ammo input. Assign. And assign.
And another sign.
And subjaunt. I want 9x9 turret. Just give me a rough base of how this thing will look. So yes, chat, I am currently building a lot of things in this game. Alright, and then if I just go like this... I'm building a lot of cheaper, just basic turret designs right now, in case anyone's wondering, because that's what we need, is we just need cheap, cost-effective ships in the campaign. Like, yeah, me and Lonely could easily go all out and build, like, the most insane shit the world's ever seen, but at the same time, materials are a very commonly misused fucking resource in this game. So to avoid doing that, I am taking charge of building cost-effective ships that won't disintegrate on themselves.
Or hopefully won't disintegrate.
Yeah, pretty much. Hopefully won't disintegrate on themselves, because we don't need that in life.
Yeah.
And then I can grab my metal. that. And then I can just fill the entire inside of this, except for like a spot, which I'll make right. Yeah, right here. As my spot where I'm gonna put my antenna. So now what you gotta do is go over to AI. Drop your AI systems together. Absolutely flawless. And then just put a fucking radio gimbal on top. And that is our new turret. And in order to test it out,
I'll shoot it at my head. Aha!
and then
Why did that sound like an old Mythbusters video?
That as well. So now we have 5 guns on one turret, which is what we need in the first place. And what I'll save this as is
Big guns, mini guns.
basic modular turret 1.
Nice.
And what I will also do is I will put the basic mod turret Mark 1, which is the early prototype of this idea, on the ship as well, so we have a lot of guns firing at once. Which is what we're going to need in most fights, ironically enough. And then, for the back of our ship, I will give this the torpedo tube. Why the torpedo tube, you ask? Well, because you never know when you're going to need a torpedo tube.
Yeah, that's a good enough point.
And perfect. The next ship is done. We'll call this Base Interceptor 3. And in order to test it out, let's summon an enemy. Let's put this thing against the Allegiance. Does sound like a little bit like a machine gun firing off. Yes, this thing is repairing itself. Perfect. That's what I want. To figure things out. We are taking a lot of damage, though. They are in much worse care than I am, which is what we gotta want. But yes, the idea behind my ships here, so like for example, this ship here, it costs 150k materials, right? So let me just make sure to spawn the other stuff in over away from it. I'll spawn this in. Build. I want to make sure this thing at least has some repair bots in it, so I know how I'm going to fix that. And it's just end right in the middle of everything. And just fucking layer the internal area here with them. Just so that, you know, we don't get absolutely screwed the fuck over. Yes, the entire inside will be layered with, like, a layer of fucking repair bots. And now these things can hold about 478k materials. They need them. Like, my ships need their repair bots. And this is the way that they repair themselves, because, well, I don't intend for my ships to really go down that easy during a fight, hence why I stuff them full of repair bots in some way, shape, or form. And then we have 1, 2, 3. I'm not worried about the sub-interceptors, as most of these things can basically just do that. So yeah, for example, we have 3 of these things out. So we're going to actually pop down. We'll go with 3 allegiances and a dryad. You will notice that my ships do take a beating. They very much do not like getting slapped around, but they are also extremely efficient against the enemy vessels. Yeah, they might not have the biggest guns in the world, they only have 5,000 health, but, well, they work really well in comparison to other ships that I have seen in this game. Not to mention, with the hull's versatility, you have situations where basically everything is functional. And like, yeah, they're gonna take a fucking beating, but if they can just keep on putting out the damage like they are, then like, I don't have to worry about it as much. And yeah, this one here, the Interceptor 2, has the mini fucking missile thing in it. But yeah, like, these things work really well.
Listening. Listening.
Which is what they're designed to do, is they're designed
Water
to
mode at your service.
absolutely wreck the
Receiving.
enemy.
Engaging now. Receiving. Engaging now. Receiving. Receiving. Engaging now. Engaging now. Receiving.
But yeah, that's the idea. They're designed to try to deal as much damage as physically possible to the enemy vessels before they go down. Just like any ship would be. But yeah, that's the whole point. Like, this game, you just fucking fight, pretty much. Which is the good thing. And with each one of the ships having a functional superstructure, right?
Receiving.
It makes life a little bit easier.
Receiving.
ships can throw out, it is astounding. So what I'll actually do is I'll pull
Receiving.
these guys out of play, and I'll tell them to
Moving
fuck
now.
off over there. If we're gonna build another one. Just another simple one.
Simple my fucking ass.
Oh, you know, these are like easy to fucking make if you know what you're doing, man.
Yeah.
Let me fucking... We'll make a... Do I already have a fucking quick firing turret that would fit this? Basic heavy, no. Laser beam, no. That is just a fucking thing. The oddball, maybe. Oh, the oddball, fucking no. I hate that turret. One of my least favorite ones. Easy 8s. This might be the one I want to go with. Up here. And then what I'll do is give this thing a custom bottom end. But yes, all of my turrets generally look similar to a different version, because I'm used to just putting turrets that are really fucking functional into different sizes. With either bigger or smaller guns depending on what they need. So then what I'll do is I'll put an AI in it, all in one weapon. And I'll put this right fucking there. And then I'll fucking build here, subjaunt, easy 8s, yes. Assign the 4-part shell, because it's just a fucking cheap shell to fucking fire off. This will be the only front turret I'm thinking on this ship. As the back, I'm going to build a new type of turret. One that's a bit odd for something to think about. I'm going to build a missile turret, silo type thing. So first things first, subjaunts. Let's get ourselves this thing. At the very back of our ship. Though actually no, we don't even need subjaunts, but I don't know, it's gonna look better the way I'm gonna do it. No, I don't want that type of turret. I want this, build here. Subjaunts, I want a 2-axis turret here. And then I'm gonna want subjaunt 7. And then I'm gonna want missile controller here. Connectors basically everywhere here. Like so. And we'll get medium missiles for this. And what we'll also be doing here is friend or foe identifier. And in this corner over here, because everything is connected, we're going to get a staggered fire on both sides because I'm lazy to remove that. Anywho, let's get designing our actual missiles. Medium, gantries, yes please. Doom. Doom. These should be tall enough, I think, for what I'm planning on doing. Secondary torpedo thing. No, I want, fins. Explosive warhead, explosive warhead. Actually, I'm gonna make these a little bit bigger. More stuff to play with. Alright, so we're gonna need variable thruster, secondary torpedo prop, APN guidance, fins, fuel tank, infrared, explosive, copy to all, save load, here, and we're gonna call it EA Sports. Nothing crazy, but they're not designed to be crazy. They're designed to basically be the Flood. Just the absolute flood of hell is what they're designed to be. And, of course, you know we have to do it. We gotta give this thing a fucking amazing style point. Perfect. Now that this thing looks absolutely hideous, let's make this thing actually kind of look functional as a thing. It's a bit of a tall turret, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Perfect. And then I shall give this a localized weapon controller. And now, test... Oh yeah, this thing is going to be fun. Bit of a funny looking turret, wouldn't you say?
There's definitely something.
This is now called the missile carrier. And to test out how effective it is, let's summon the Allegiance again. Just a simple Come on, missiles, fire it off. Oh,
That's
wait.
how I felt when I saw that War Thunder Mobile was getting the most modern British fucking missile ship.
Might be a slight detected.
Oh. Opa!
Fire faster missiles.
Why don't you talk to them like that?
Alright, let me just restart the designer and then spawn this thing back in. There's now a issue, and it's almost 200,000.
Nice. Nicely done.
And then I'll give this an extra fuel tank. Copy, save it here as EA2. Copy to all matching. So if I want to... Let me try firing all this off. Yeah, that's an issue. Alright, well, that idea's a bust. So instead, what I will do is convert those into just regular fucking turret-like things. As, like, rear-end torpedoes. I'll put the things... All this thing here. Alright. And then we just start fucking building this thing. Medium launchers. This. That's 8. And I should be able just to... Okay, wait. And now, this should be able to just to load the E2s.
Yeah.
And then I could just copy that all here, like that. And I can then build what I'm gonna do for this. If I offset this by 1, it's better. That. Perfect. And then what I will do is put an AI thing here. this. And then at the top here, I'm going to put, for the missile thing, I don't really care for staggered fire, so I'm putting an ident friend or foe. And I can just fucking, yeah. Just building away, everybody. Especially for the next part of the From the Depths campaign, where we have to start fighting everybody again. Me and Lonely discovered the hard way that our ships, while they are good, they need upgrades and more types of ships for diversity. Alright, subjaunt mode. Save this as 6XM. Fucking perfect. Build the 6XM. Right here. And then I'll build a third one at the very end here. Perfect. Now let's try this just after I save this. Save it. Missile carrier 1. It's now only 144. That's not terrible. I'll just spawn in the allegiance again. Oh yeah, there they go. Here they all come. Okay.
It definitely could. Not wrong about that.
Those missiles should be striking in a minute, but yeah, no, I have them all on infrared sensors, so like they detect heat mainly. Beauty of a shot there. Yeah, for a fairly cheap ship, I'd say... No, I don't want to fucking save the Olympics. For a fairly cheap ship, I would say that this thing fucking is halfway decent for a cheap ship. There's dual firing, 179's the front. 3 missile things at the back. And it can repair itself.
Well, that's not bad.
And it has an AA cannon at the back in case it needs it. Just the turret firing off sounds awesome. I don't know why. There is one thing I actually am gonna do. While this thing. And that's just fucking build a stack. Save over this. We did get a couple of upgrades. Mainly that we're just testing everything right now because I want to make sure this thing's actually gonna work. Not fucking lose its fucking shit in the middle of a battle, which you don't want to have happen. But yeah, this is mainly a building stream actually.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Because like right now we just trying to build the goods. We trying to build the goods. Again, a lot of these ships are just designed as support ships as well. So yeah, another halfway decent ship to use. I'll just restart the designer yet again as we go on to building our next ship, which I'm going to label as the heavy support version of this ship. Starting with the base hull as always. This is going to be mainly a cram slash advanced cannon thing. Besides that, there's really not going to be too much. We're going to take the basic modular again, and we're going to plop this thing right down on the front of the boat. Right here. And we're also going to put the exact same turret on the back of the boat. Right about here should do nicely. And then what we're going to do is we're going to build a new turret that is going to be a cram-only turret in the center here. Actually, I think I might have one already. Do I already have one? Mini cram? Yes, I do. So this is the heavy support, although I actually will give it another thing. I will give this thing a mini missile kind of on each side. Just that it has a little bit of extra versatility. Yeah, right. And then in order to test it out, I'm going to make sure I have all the advanced cannons set up with their proper shells. Okay, that one's set up. And what about this one up here? Yep, alright. That one's set up. Perfect. Yes, that one has all of its shit there. And then this guy, what missiles are you using? Yes, alright. Perfect. Fucking lovely. So now let's test this guy out, because I do have a lot of stuff that I pre-make a lot, and I just save because they're actually really good to use. And we'll try against this thing. The Resolute.
Resolute bullshit. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Today is more of like, I'm just testing to see what my ship are.
Oh, I know.
Fucking shit. So this thing is going to be the heavy hitter because it has 3 cram cannons and a shit ton of advanced cannons. This thing's going to hit hard. I already can tell. Oh yeah, no, it hits like a Mack truck, man. Oh, fuck yeah, she hits like a Mack truck. Just lobbing 1,000mm shells right over to this thing. There's fucking 3 of them on the boat that are over 1,000mm for the fucking shell itself. Fuck yeah, we love it.
Yeah.
$11 meters a second is pretty average for my ships, actually, ironically enough. Because I build my ships fucking heavy, but they can fucking take hits and put out damage. Lonely has experienced what I mean for the first time, especially on yesterday's stream, where one of his ships died instantly, whereas mine fucking somehow lived triple the threat of his. Also should be working. Which it is. Yeah, all going right for it, and probably. Yeah, my ships are pretty good. I would argue my ships are pretty functional. Not only do they have cram cannons, they also have a lot of advanced cannons. I learned how to do a lot of cannon shit in this game. Not to mention, if I wanted to put energy on my ship, that actually might not be a bad idea for this guy, so... Give me a second, actually. Let's just put a fucking basic... fucking Severin on this thing. Fucking subjaunt. Particle cannon. Perfect. Now this thing has even more firepower. And it can now use its fucking new plasma cannon. I'll save this thing as... Heavy Battle Cruiser 1. You have a lot of big guns, you have 3 big guns, 8 small guns, and a damn plasma cannon. And missiles. What more could you want on a ship? Not to mention you have the ability to fucking fix a lot of your own shit, too.
Yeah.
And it has 6,000 health.
Well, that's not half bad.
And you have air gaps, so you can actually tank some shots, too. And it sits low in the water, too, so it doesn't roll over easily either. yeah, this ship is honestly probably this thing is honestly a pretty good battle cruiser, all things considered. Kind of the best of all worlds. This thing is like an all-around ship, honestly. Very much an all-around ship. Make sure that it's saved as that. Perfect. So yeah, this is the all-around ship, pretty much heavy battle cruiser. And what we'll do is I'm going to build another ship with a bunch of my pre-made shit that I can use on the basic hull. And I'm thinking this one I want junk mode. Let's get Easy 8s back on this. No, actually I don't want Easy 8s. Fuck Easy 8s. We don't want to go. Let's go with the small turret here. We'll put 2 of them on the ship. And actually, we'll put a third on the back, and we'll put the middle with this guy at the far back, and then we'll put this like here, and then we'll also put the same thing on the other side. And then we'll put this right in the middle. Alright. So now let me just despawn this.
Listening.
And pull that out of play. And I believe these should all have that. Nice. And then what I'll also do is I want infrared, APN, they have fins. Yeah, okay, we're good. It'll be fine. We'll be good. This is more like a light battle cruiser. And we'll put this thing against the Resolute yet again. It has a good little drum beat to it, I'll tell you that. Health, pretty decent. All the missiles are flying at the target. All are actually hitting. Probably looks like I want to say around. Yeah, most of them hit. Nice. Nice. It does. This thing does hit. It do be hitting a lot of damage. So yeah, that's the idea. It's like I'm right now trying to build some ships for the From the Depths series that I have going on. And I'll actually be uploading the first few parts of that here soon. Where it's myself, Lonely, Katusha, and Rend, and we are basically taking on the entire world. Sometimes Katusha and Ren can't make it. Me and Lonely are the ones who are usually there. And I do try telling them, like, hey, I'm on the Death Strike Friday to share the series. Idiots, because I knew I would be busy today. But yeah. This thing does hit like a Mack truck, though. call this a medium battle cruiser. Medium.
You know, are you
Red
ready
battle
for a
cruiser
10-day bender?
What do you mean by 10-day bender?
10-day bender. The 10-day bender starts today.
Don't know what that is.
The stampede.
Oh, the Calgary
Fucking idiot.
Stampede. Oh shit. Yeah.
The 10-day bender.
But yeah, no, like the idea is, so with these ships, like I'm gonna actually spawn in I'm gonna spawn in the last ones we made. So that'd be the heavy. Also, look at their cost. Fucking all of them are around 150.
Jesus.
Base Interceptor 1, 2, and 3. We have these 5 ships, as we might be able to see, or as y'all might be able to see. All the ships here.
Listening.
We're gonna have them
Form up,
all
moving and fly with fleet.
here. And obviously we're gonna pull them out of play. I mean, okay. Play fucking...
Hey, Juno. If I thaw a chicken out, am
Listening.
I able to refreeze it?
I mean, yes, but I would recommend
Okay.
just not doing that.
Well, I'm just trying to figure it out because I have a whole bunch of chicken that I fucking tossed in the freezer and then it
Listening.
just froze into a chunk and I'm going,
Moving out.
fuck.
Moving out.
Ah, I see.
So I'm like,
Either way,
just
what
thaw
we're
it
gonna
out so I
do-
can.
I'm gonna spawn
Get it.
in a lot of ships. One of all of the Steel Strider's easy ships against these ships. So 10 versus 5. And this is just mainly to show like that these guys can in fact
Taking control.
Yeah.
Listening. Taking control.
I guess supposedly if you thaw it in water, like cold water, you can fucking refreeze it.
I mean, maybe. I'm not.
That's what the internet
really-
said.
Hmm.
Apparently it's better to refreeze it if it's only partially thawed out too. Because it like all froze into a chunk and it's like I don't want to go and spend necessarily
But
more
yeah.
money.
These ships, as you guys can see by the top right corner, for those on YouTube who can't see, we're doing about 78,000, now 80,000, now almost 85,000 damage in one fucking fell swoop. I'm gonna fucking take a little bit of command here by having
Listening.
you
Engaging now.
fire on this guy.
Listening.
You
Engaging
fire
now.
this thing.
Listening.
You fucking you're fighting that.
Listening.
You can
Engaging
that.
now. Listening.
You, I want you to focus on
Engaging
that.
now. Listening.
You can do
Engaging
this
now.
guy. But yeah, all of my ships right now are sitting at roughly, well, not this guy, he's at 97. But
Listening.
they are all taking care of business. Which is what we want. I don't really care if they win, because they are outnumbered by a lot. But I just hope that they can, you know, kick rear end.
Listening. Water mode at your service. Receiving. 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 Receiving.
Because here's my thought process right now. These guys are in fact doing their job. They are cooking.
Yeah, for now. At least, right?
Well, they're cooking enough to cause a bit of fear to the enemies there.
Yeah.
We're doing 470k damage right now.
Damn. I mean, I should probably go buy some more chicken, just in case this doesn't work. Okay. Some that I can just
good idea.
individually freeze as well. Yeah, yeah. I'm just not very home econ smart either. I just got all the stupid, didn't I?
It depends. I might have taken some of it, man.
No, you didn't take enough of it.
But yes, as
You left
can
me
tell,
with too much.
As you might be able to guess, my things actually do pretty well against most vehicles.
Yeah.
Like, they are actually kind of holding their own against a 10 versus 6.
Oh shit.
Like, to put it in perspective, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of my ships, because this is just the Spawno Forter, so it's not really an actual fucking thing I've built. But there is 6 of my ship, and they are holding their own, causing more of the enemies to drop in percentage by the minute.
Receiving. Receiving.
Which is basically what you want to
Receiving.
hear.
Receiving. Receiving.
Especially when you are basically saying, like, hey, your ships are able to solo, like, most of the easy ships of an enemy vessel, and these were designed as an easy ship for you. You almost wonder what else could they handle type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they're handling a 1v6, and the most expensive one here, I believe, is 160-something thousand materials in size.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the most expensive one is this one right here at 162k materials.
Here's an idea. Make, like, little super fast coastal boats that can launch massive missiles at them.
Oh, I've already done that. They're
No,
called my
but like
picket
under
ships.
25,000. Under 25,000 resources.
Not very possible. Not very feasible, sir.
Why do you think I'm giving you challenges? I can't play
You
the
know
game
what?
with you. The
I'll
least I can
take
do is
that
give you a challenge.
I'll say 25k resources is the limit, right?
Yeah, 25k.
Alright, let's build an easy ship then with a just simple fucking hull. We'll build it flat so it uses less resources, and we'll build most of it out of lightweight. Simple as that.
Yeah. Imagine this thing actually is useful.
Could be. You don't know.
Yeah, I know, right? Sometimes I have the stupidest ideas, but they turn out to be useful.
Okay. We'll make this thing a wider thing so it doesn't fucking tip over easier.
Uh-huh. Do you have any of those Yeti water bottles, do you know?
Negative, I do not.
Oh, you don't? Okay. This game reminds me of the old game for the phones that was out like 10, 12 years ago, where we could literally design and build our own ships, but it was block by block. You remember?
Kind of. I vaguely remember something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. That's what yeah. Average? Okay, we're only down by 2 degrees average. Those clouds look like rain, but it doesn't say it's going to. No, I was just gonna say the dog suckered me into buying her another fucking Yeti bowl,
Oh,
and then I said fuck it.
fun.
I said fuck it. I'm gonna buy myself a new Yeti too. They're textured. The current lineup that they did, the last coloration that they did.
Mm.
So this one is cherry blossom and then some green. But the cherry blossom was textured, which I like. So
Got you.
there went $100 right there. I'm just like, yeah, all right, give it to me. Well, because I'll tell you a little story. So a couple years ago,
Yeah.
they did a white and black stone version, which I really like. But so prior to that, they did a 710 milliliter mug. They changed it by 1 milliliter for some fucking reason, so it's now 709. But I bought 2 of the white stone, right? One for me, one for my buddy, because it was just before Christmas. And he was heading to do work for the province later that year up north during the summertime. So fire stuff, right? Firework. And you would think up north Alberta past Edmonton, there's grizzlies, eh?
Yeah. You'd think.
You would assume so, right? So he's out there doing his work, right? When all of a sudden he looks behind him, and there's a bear.
Bear be bearing.
Bear, right? Said bear then decides, ooh, tasty muscly guy. Because keep in mind, my buddy is about a year and a half young, almost 2 years younger than me, right?
Yeah.
So when I was, 15, he was just over 13. He was 14, right? But he started working out then. Now keep in mind, he is now 6'5", if not taller, at least 230 pounds.
Yeah.
And his thighs and his legs, like his legs, let's just say they are bigger than some people's neck.
Fair enough.
So this boy, he work out, right? So I used to go to the gym with him. Because I saw how big you were. Fuck.
I strong.
Yeah, fucking. Yeah. So
yeah, for those who don't know, there's people who've actually seen my actual look. Lake is one of them, and Lake can confirm.
Yes,
I'm a strong boy.
Juno is built different. I've got that twink build. I've got that twink build. Juno's got that gay bear build.
Huh?
Okay, so there's a sect. I have some gay friends. The big chubby, the big muscly gay guys, right, are called bears for some reason.
Okay.
They get called bears. I don't know. So you've got that quote unquote bear build because you're all big and buff.
Okay.
It was just the easiest way for me to say it and put it out. Like, because I said I have that twink build. You don't. You got the other one.
It's just because I end up doing shit a lot more often than I would like to admit.
I was going. I went to the gym
at your constraints
for
by
a good
the
amount
way.
of time.
This thing's gonna be close to it, but it's not gonna be at it.
Yeah. Fine, I'll give you 30 total.
I can kind of work with that. This thing's gonna be an adventurous project, though.
Yeah. But so I went to the gym with him for a few years, right? And when I stopped, because you've seen how thin I am, right? And tiny I am.
Yeah.
You might not believe this, but I was benching 115.
Not bad, honestly, considering.
125 pounds is what I actually weigh.
Again, considering the facts, not bad, honestly.
No, I know, right? So
it's respectable, honestly, considering the facts, you know.
Quite respectable considering my size and everything, right? So it's like, okay, fair shit. But back to said bear. My buddy looks behind him, And I am glad I forced him to do cardio because I never wanted to do weights. I wanted to avoid him pushing me past my limit, right? So I just wanted to do cardio.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'll run it off, fuck you, right? And I'm glad I made him do cardio because when he turned around, I believe it was probably a grizzly because it started to chase him.
Damn. Bro got hunted by
So,
a damn bear.
bro gave the bear a concussion, actually.
I love that.
I'll just say he
Absolute.
threw the Yeti that I bought him. He threw the Yeti that I bought him at said bear. Hit said bear in the fucking head.
I mean, fair enough.
Right? And the bear stopped, apparently, looked down, and tried to open his Yeti mug. And you want to know what all he did? He cracked the lid. That was it. So,
Damn.
because we both know how powerful bears are, if he hadn't hit the bear in the head, I would think the bear would have probably been able to crunch that Yeti cup open.
Oh,
right?
fucking probably, honestly, considering
But
the
he-
fucking facts.
But
and
he
shit,
hit that
like-
bear directly in the head, and the bear when the bear tried to open the Yeti, it only cracked the lid.
Fuck.
It did no actual damage to the cup.
That's how
And
you
I'll
know
tell
you've
ya.
got something that's built fucking tough.
Well, Yetis are actually advertised as bear safe. So you can leave your cooler full of food outside in bear country and not have to worry about a bear getting into it. Which is incredible for somebody that actually lives in bear country. Right? It's like, what? Because I've seen them, actually. I've been way too close for comfort.
Some of the time. Just some of the time.
No.
They just wandered on in and said,
Oh.
oh, hello, how we get through.
Oh, no, we were camping. I was with my mom. We were walking the schnauzers, and all of a sudden they stop and start pointing. And we're going, okay. And then I look up again, and about 25 feet away from us is this big black bear.
Damn.
Just massive black bear. And I'm going, oh.
It's like, oh, hello.
It was just like, oh, great. Mom, get the fuck behind me.
It's like, mother, I request you get behind me at this current moment in our juncture of time, as we might not have much time left on this earth if you don't.
Exactly. Right? I went, My mom's like, why? I'm like, there's a fucking bear. Ooh. How many kilos of chicken? 630. Okay, that's okay.
Right, give me that
ooh,
water, give me that huge...
0.673. That's what I probably want. If it's the same price, which it is, that's the one I want. I want the most chicken for my $15. You know how it goes.
Oh, I do. Don't you worry, I fucking
Well,
do.
especially because I'm buying Albertan chicken, which is prime fucking shit.
And also, for some reason, way too expensive.
Correct. Although
Man, I just think it's because of Quebec.
You know what?
I just think it's fucking because of Quebec, honestly, man.
I'm a Montreal Canadiens fan, so we can't fully be saying that. I can't let you fully away with that. I can let you away with part of that one.
I mean, here's my thing, right? Clearly, there's a reason why we don't have a lot of moolah anymore. My personal fucking belief is we ain't got
Think
that
about what
moolah
happens if...
because, well, shit fucking happens, pretty much.
Oh yeah, but think about what'll happen if the Albertan dumbasses out here get their way.
Oh no, if that fucking... I don't actually think it's gonna happen for one main reason. You wanna know why?
Go for it.
Think of it logically. If Alberta does decide to separate from Canada, let's look what they have to do. They have to get rid of
Yeah.
the Canadian dollar, first off.
Yeah.
Then they need to and obviously Canada's not going to let Alberta use their military.
No,
Yeah,
that's true.
Alberta's
That's
going to
true.
have to make their
So
own...
what are we gonna do?
Alberta's going to have to make
Are we
their...
just gonna steal the shit?
Alberta's going to have to make their own currency as well, because I don't believe Canada's going to be like, hey, use the Canadian dollar after, you know, leaving.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then on top of all that, the other thing that the Albertans are going to need to do is basically make their own fucking nation from scratch.
Oh yeah, no, it'll be a fucking nightmare. But the one thing we do have in our corner, oil and gas.
You might have oil and gas. Would you care to know the issue?
Oh yeah, no, we don't have anything to refine it or anything out here. Trust me, I know that.
You know where most of your oil and gas is refined?
Yeah, in the States.
No, the East Coast.
Well, that too.
So, like, yeah, no, if you guys really do fucking piss off, right? You guys aren't gonna be getting much fucking at all.
Oh
Honestly.
gosh, I know that.
Well, at least you know that you're not gonna get jacked fuck
Oh,
all.
trust me, you think I want us to do that? Because I sure as hell don't.
It doesn't make logical sense to do it. You know what I mean?
No, it does not. $12.50. That's not terrible.
But the thing is, what's gonna happen is if Alberta does get their referendum through, it's going to turn into a shit show for everyone out there very fast.
Oh yeah, way too fast.
Given the fucking
Way
facts.
too quickly. Oh yeah. No, it'll be a nightmare.
Well, that's exactly it. It's going to be a nightmare, and no one's gonna be able to actually fucking do anything about it.
Oh yeah. I mean, and you know what? That would also they'd also probably do. As soon as that happens, they'd most certainly make cannabis legal again.
Well, the thing is, they're gonna do they're gonna do a bunch of shit that will get them realizing, oh fuck, we're fucked. And when that happens, the rest of Canada is gonna be looking at them like, yeah,
like the fuck.
It's like, yeah, how's running your own nation going? Pretty hard. Well,
right.
Guess fucking what? Womp womp. Have a fun time.
Can we come back? No.
No, like I've heard fucking people talk at like everything else that they don't care like if Alberta wants to separate or not because like they're gonna fucking come crying back anyway because they're not gonna make money. And the other thing too is if Alberta joins the states, right? Because that's the other thing people
I would shoot myself.
Talking about is they have to also take into account that not a lot of people want to live in the states that are in Canada.
I don't want Mr. Orange Man. No, thank you.
Because in my honest opinion, the
Orange
States
guy
the States is a shit show. I'll say that, and I'll say it loud because, like, it is. Frankly, the States is a shit show that is not gonna go well for anybody.
No, that's for sure. Hell, we need new phones if we want to travel there.
Because the government in the States will fucking say, "Hey, nice phone."
They'll see all of our JD Vance memes and detain us.
Oh god, don't remind me of that poor person who fucking got detained literally because of that too.
Yes, no, I know. That's why I'm bringing it up.
Like you're fucking you're like the leader of a
vice
country.
president.
You're vice president. You can't fucking take people making fun of you. That is called sad.
I think it's the American people that can't take it. I think JD has realized that he's a meme and that he has no way out of it. I think he's realized that by now, to be honest with you. But I think it's just the border control guys going, we don't like that. Fuck you.
I think it's probably a mixture of both, honestly.
Yeah.
He might not fully like it, but...
Yeah.
You know.
And then I saw another fucking hilarious post that said,
Trump has exclusively only procreated with models, but yet he still managed to make Beavis and Butthead.
Damn.
Yeah, that was a fucking funny one.
Let me look at just a small turret for this thing. Nothing crazy. We'll give this thing a mini thing, which is only a 47 cannon on the front, and on the sides, I'll give this a couple of missile tubes. Simple as that. Nothing crazy insane, honestly. Make it
Yeah.
tiny. Gunpowder, yes. Fucking, there you go.
So, how do I make the chicken stop getting all the ice on it in the freezer?
Yeah, you can't, unfortunately.
Okay. That is what I thought. But I figured I would at least double check with somebody that wasn't me.
I just fucking wait for it to thaw out.
Yeah. Well, no, I went and picked up fresh chicken, too.
Oh.
So,
Well then, fuck me, I guess. I don't know.
I know, right? That's why I'm like, how do I stop it from getting the ice? If I put the fresh chicken in the freezer, it's also going to develop the ice.
So here is your ship,
The
the
ice.
H1.
Okay, hang on. I'm just
It's
pulling back around the
41,000
corner.
materials, sir.
You went way over.
This is the
You went-
smallest I could make it, feasibly. So it
Okay,
won't...
well, hang on a second. Hang on. Give me a second.
Oh god, it has the issue. It has an
Yeah.
issue. Slight problem.
Huh.
It wants to be a plane.
Oh. Well, that's fun.
What if I just...
Oh, it does!
What if I...
Very nice!
What if I make the propeller like three small propellers?
You've just said, nah, fuck you. We're going to space in this bitch.
I built a space boat.
I don't know how you managed that, but
I
With
have
what I-
managed worse things.
with the goal that I gave you, I don't know how you managed to make a space boat.
Okay, let's try this. It's smaller. Okay, now it's fine. Now we're good. The
Are we?
H1. Oh god, it leans. It's a gangsta leaning
You might
ship.
want to fix that.
Nah, it's fine.
Add a ballast or something.
Nah, it's fine.
Is that 3 turrets?
2 missile pods and an actual gun pod at the front.
Oh my.
Oh
thing
yeah, no,
actually
it's a
looks
gangsta
like
leaner.
Jesus Christ. You gotta spawn something in and fucking see the range on it. I want to see how far this thing shoots. This thing is... Oh god.
Alright. Let me actually spawn just a simple ship in. Fucking... Something that I think this thing actually might be able to fuck with.
Yeah.
Why is there a ship called the Rat?
I don't know, but you should do that. Yeah, you should kill the rat with this thing. Where is it? Oh!
Oh my god, it's so tiny.
I don't even see it. Oh my god! It's a dinghy!
Let's use a modern fucking dinghy versus a classic dinghy.
Right. Oh god. The fact that this thing actually might be useful is kind of scaring me.
Honestly, because of resource transporting ship, actually. Mainly if I get rid of the
and
back
defending.
2 missiles. If I get rid of the back 2 missiles, honestly, it would be pretty good as
Or you could make it a single missile pod carrying unit. Stick the missile pod in the middle.
Yeah, this thing just dead. Okay, I need to fucking actually do something real quick. I'm gonna get rid
Oh,
of the 2
goddamn.
big fucking pods at the back because it's
And put one so it see if we can't center it and Make it so that it fucking.
Subjohns.
Let's see. Wait, go forward first. Let's see if it leans.
Nah, I have a dumb idea.
Oh yeah.
Nah,
Oh
nah.
yeah. Yeah, that's perfect.
Nah. I got an even better idea.
Yes, please. Please do that. Please put
Nah,
the big.
nah. You think that's all I can do? We're going big.
E.
Nah, I'm kidding. We're not
Jesus.
going that big.
No, that would sink the boat, I think.
We'll go with a couple of actually mini missile pods at the back. Honestly, like these things are tiny
Honestly,
enough.
that would probably be better. Yeah, but
Stability wise, honestly, yeah.
yeah.
Not to mention, I can put them on the sides here. Actually,
Yeah,
like they'll
you
fit on the
can.
side.
Yeah, I'd say one on each side of that hut, and then one at the back to try and keep it level with the front. Yeah. Let's see. Does she lean?
I'm calling this Lake's boat because you basically designed it.
Yeah. I went, let's see here. And it's gonna be so funny. They're gonna come in next time and they're gonna go, "What do you mean Lake's boat?" And then you're gonna go, "Yeah."
Honestly,
Okay, it doesn't lean anymore.
it could be used as a good transporting ship.
Yeah, or even a possible defense ship for those transporting.
Let's test
You
it
know what I mean?
against something a little bit bigger. Let's see actually how.
I do.
Let's see the actual size of your ship, by the way.
I do like that it's
It was the missiles the fucking big missile pod at the back that was doing it, by the way, for the fucking.
Yeah.
So now it's
I'm
only
just-
24K materials.
Hey, you stayed within the first limit.
Barely.
Hey, 24 is still under 25, you know. And the first limit I gave you was 25.
That is
So,
fair.
so you did do it. Eventually, we got there. We got there.
I believe this thing has the missiles that are designed to just go into a ship and just burrow in it.
Yeah.
They fucking actually reach the ship, but this thing does have the battering ram,
Hey.
so it's gonna. Ah, I see. There's a slight problem with the missile. Anyway.
Okay.
Luckily,
What did they
this
do?
thing can repair itself, though. This thing can repair itself.
What are the?
One of the
what did the
side
missiles do?
missiles decided to play the game and be an idiot.
Oh. Fine.
I mean, it's definitely shredding it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's at
just have
91%, and this thing hasn't really taken fucking any fucking damage.
So it's not doing half terrible. Is what you're telling me.
Yeah, it's not doing that bad.
It's just being chased.
Oh, it's being cut. This thing is getting cut up a bit.
Yeah, but it still seems like those missiles are doing a decent job.
Lake's boat is dying.
No.
It's slowly being rammed to death.
How close is the other one to dead?
86. This thing is 88.
Okay. Oh my. At least its missiles have a chance to be more accurate than that fucking other boat.
I just had to hope this thing repairs
It's
itself.
literally ramming it.
Yeah. That's why I say you're getting your boat's getting rammed to death.
Reboot.
Come on. Keep on hitting the target. That's all you need to do.
Yup.
Just bully it. Fire everything if you have to.
It's hard to tell if it's doing good or not.
Well, let's actually make this fair. Let's make this fair. That vote's more about ramming. Your vote's more about other shit.
Fire from distance.
So we'll spawn 2 of your boat in.
Mine's more distance related.
And in front of them, we'll spawn in... So we have about 50,000 materials here.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll spawn in a Scuttle Gum. And 2 Sea Vipers, giving us 42k enemy materials.
Yeah. This is being rammed to death. Sad.
Listening.
Oh, your boats don't have any fucking maneuver AI shit.
Oh.
Well, time to readjust that real quick.
Maybe
Let's
that's
just
why it was just getting rammed.
Let's restart the designer, everybody. Note to self, make sure my AI is not having an aneurysm every time I fucking try to do something.
Yeah.
Alright.
You know what's funny is that the mini size clip of the stream is up to like this moment, but if I actually click on it, it's behind.
Really?
Yeah.
Funny.
I don't know why, but that's just Twitch for you.
Listening. Form up and fly with fleet.
Okay, let's see if it will actually
Form up
move
and fly with fleet. Moving out.
on its own, which now it does. Alright, so now I
Yay!
can fucking...
Yay! It might not get rammed to death now.
Taking
I'll put this thing
control.
on auto mode. Then I'll save it. Spawn in a second one. And then I'll spawn in just some simple ships. Like,
Yeah.
we'll go with the same thing that I did the other time.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm gonna pull
Listening.
this out of play because I don't need it there.
Listening.
What did you have for dinner?
Food. Fucking.
Well, what kind of food, you bastard?
Oh, I made myself some fucking fish.
Oh. And yes, by my reaction, I do not like fish.
Why is
I
the
would-
Sea
I would
Viper
die.
just a fucking tiny ass boat with an auto cannon on it?
Why does it also have a sail?
Yes, you can build sailboats in this.
Interesting.
You can just hear the 47mm gun just firing off. That's the funniest part.
Oh yeah.
Fucking take manual control of one of them, see what happens.
I mean, you know what? They do have a decent fire rate.
I mean, I built the turret for a different ship. It's like more of like a quick fucking firing turret that isn't gonna
Yeah.
fucking waste its ammo half the time.
It's a bit wrong that I want you to build like another tiny little ship. Like,
How about I just
Sailboat?
spawn in a few... I can't build sailboats. I don't fucking fuck with sailboats. They're kind of cringe. How about I just spawn
no,
in, like,
no,
a
hear me
picket?
out. Hear me out. Sailboat with 4 of those guns.
I don't know build... I can't build sailboats, but I have a picket ship, so you can see what I'm smaller type ship.
Oh yeah.
This is some of my smaller type ships. I believe the gun caliber...
that's still much bigger than my ship.
Yeah, this is a 200...
Much
this
bigger.
is a 300mm rapid fire gun.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair point.
It's also a lot faster, though it doesn't have nearly as much missiles and shit.
Yeah. But it seems like it has better missiles from what it looks like.
No, they're just upgrade missiles, man. It's not...
Oh.
They aren't that much. But yeah, no, this thing can take out almost any ship if it knows
Yeah.
if you know what you're doing with it. But your ships are doing damage at least.
Right? Which is actually kind of surprising, considering I designed something.
Receiving. Engaging now. Listening.
Yeah, both of your ships are at 100%. And they're both
Damn.
targeting the scuttle gun. Let's see how your ship's doing. They're just firing away. Let's see. Let's see how badly they're hitting the fucking scuttle gun.
Yeah. What is being fired off of the back of that ship?
Missiles.
Oh.
Big cram cannon fire. 99.
Modern pirate ship.
Hey, actually, wait. You want to see something that's gonna end this battle for us instantly?
What is it?
Embrace the leg, everybody, and say hello to fear itself when it decides to spawn in. Say hello to fear itself.
Listening.
Interesting.
It's called the Space Yamato.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
Look at the missiles go!
How many people are streaming that game that you're playing today? Let's find out.
No idea.
1, 2, 3!
Jesus Christ.
Great.
Space Yamato is awesome, and we love it. But anyway, that's going to do it for today's stream. We got to build some new ships that I'll be using in the campaign. Especially, I think Lake Ship might be useful in terms of dealing with the deep water
I
guard,
hope
given
so.
the testing. As just a quick ship to just spam out if we have to at base. So we have, like, something
Yeah.
to capture. Anyway, so I'll catch everybody